I did. I asked. I wrote a letter to Oda Sensei to make this One Piece live action adaptation. To all who enjoyed it, you're welcome. To those who hated it, it's too late. I sent a second letter, a third letter. It's self-sustaining now. This might just be the best One Piece adaptation since the cup noodle commercials I used to watch frame by frame when those first came out. I honestly can't wait for the second season. I really want to see them adapt my favorite scene out of all of One Piece.
It's good to see you, buddy. Luffy!
I have to don the anime shirt for this video. You see that? That's the main character of One Piece, Goku. Yeah, I'm showing this to the anime fans watching this so they know I'm one of you. This is how I would do it in the wild. Fair warning, this video is going to have major spoilers, not just for the live action adaptation, but the entire series. I might just, I babble a lot about like lore of One Piece or any anime or something like that I'm into. So there's your warning about that, just in case. The chemistry between the Straw Hat crew, that was phenomenal. The actors, they really embodied their roles. The music, like each one of those themes were popping. The sets were beautiful. And then the camera, the choreography of the fights, you could like go on. There was a serious production here. It was definitely not like the Death Note adaptation. There was a lot of planning and a lot of passion into this that it was nice. It was nice, and the reason why it was nice is for two things. First thing, they made sure Oda Sensei was a part of this journey, you know, making sure they review with him, hey, this is this scene. Does it work? Does it not work? Do we need to reshoot it? And they did. They did reshoot it whenever he said so, and that was great. And I think the second thing is that they had people who actually were fans of the show, the manga, and you could tell how serious it was for all of them to make sure they got it right. There's also another reason is that they didn't adapt it one-to-one, you know? Some adaptations, they just throw it out the window, making Goku a high schooler and, you know, creasing his head over the hood of a car. That has nothing to do with Goku. You might as well have made a whole another movie and called it something else. Capturing that spirit is what this adaptation did. It was not one-to-one. There were scenes cut out, characters that were cut out, like Gaimon. I really wanted to see him, but maybe later, you know, somehow later, I don't know. Seeing these new fans make these flow charts and theorizing this character connected to that character, and it just makes me realize you're infected. You're infected just like the rest of us One Piece fans. Welcome to the fandom. Glad to have you on board. And yeah, seeing these people theorize and craft their theories about mysteries that are solved for me, it's a phenomenal feeling seeing that transpire again. It made me realize why the One Piece world pulled me in the first place. One great thing that this adaptation did, it was tackling these two barriers that most people have that prevents them from getting into One Piece. One Piece is way too long to invest in. And to that, my advice would be space yourself. It's not like One Piece fans are breaking into your house, tying you up, building you a at-home theater, prying your eyes open, putting all 1,000 episodes on a 4K projector with surround sound speakers. But hey, if you're not taking that offer, I just want to let any deranged One Piece fan that's watching this know I'm down for that experience. I'll post my address in the comments. We'll sing One Piece openings as you tie me up. Second barrier for non-One Piece fans is that the artwork could be a bit jarring. For me, since I started as a kid, I didn't mind. I was just always looking for cartoons to watch. I saw One Piece, Naruto, and whatnot, and I was like, yay, cartoons. And yes, I know that's some sort of blasphemous sin. Forgive me, Father Pucci. Calling cartoons anime is the equivalent of kicking puppies and kittens and setting an orphanage on fire, apparently. The thing is, One Piece has this Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry style that makes you love it. I love seeing these goofy looking goobers who are actually stone-blooded killers at the same time. It's just a flashbang of colors, bizarre clothing choices, and exaggerated features everywhere you look. A wacky parade of the strangest characters you ever see that'll make Mardi Gras look like your grandma's Sunday book club meeting. Side note, book clubs are amazing. Awesome. No shade there, Grandma. You keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully you could start the One Piece manga with the rest of your senior citizen club. But yeah, that's amazing that the adaptation could tear down those barriers and actually get people into One Piece now. I'm seeing that happen in real time. And yeah, I understand that there are valid criticism for this series, but then you read some that are a bit splitting hairs in a sense, like, oh, Nami's actress is too old, or Sanji's eyebrows isn't like this, Usopp's nose isn't like this. My brother and Oda, Luffy's out here looking for the One Piece, but you should be really looking for True Piece, because I don't know what's going on with you that you need to split hairs this small, man. It was entertaining, and that's all I could ask for from any media I take part in. Like, I don't know where we ended up where every media, whether it's movie, show, video game, has to be some sort of 10 out of 10, has to give us a philosophy lesson, has to have world-ending threats, fix my marriage, help me see my kids again. We tend to forget at the end of the day, the purpose of these stories is to entertain us. Give us a lesson, sure, make us feel human. That's another one, depending on the genre. Horror and stuff is different, but yeah. It's about being entertained, and I had my fill. Now, that's not to say that there were no criticisms for me. Like, I do think like certain fights could have been longer, like the Arlong one. Maybe, the walk to Arlong Park. I kind of wish that was. I take it back. I'm glad they got most of what it was originally, but I did wish it was like longer, like straight. Overall, I think the show was entertaining. We got the spirit of One Piece, and I loved like little details, little Easter eggs for the fans. Yes, but there's like this thing where they had wanted posters come up for all the villains and Mihawks. It showed their bounty posters, and each one of them just had no respect for it. They would like hit it around, slash it, Arlong eating it. But Luffy, when Luffy was given his wanted poster at the end, seeing him cherish it made it so much worthwhile, seeing how others were treating their bounty posters. So I like that little detail. My fear was Arlong in general. I'm glad they went with prosthetics instead of like the CGI thing. But at first, based on the trailers, I was like, hey, he's a bit small. But after watching it, the actor, wow, that actor was amazing. I liked the way he was menacing, but also, if anyone noticed, he did the laugh. He did the Arlong laugh. He really carried the character with just, his performance. And that's not even going into the fact that the other villains were really great too. Like, they actually felt like pirates. Menacing, terrifying. Not someone you want to be around. And then also fleshing out the Straw Hats, that was nice as well. Sanji, oh my God, Sanji not being this guy who just pervs on women was such a treat. Seeing him actually be like suave, smooth. God, you miss that. You really miss that about Sanji. Each actor definitely embodied their role, and I'm pretty sure Mihawks, that was just actually Mihawks. He just stepped out of the manga pages to make a few bucks on a side gig as an actor, because apparently being a warlord of the sea doesn't pay much. And seeing the drip he has to maintain, I could see why he needs the extra dough. Also, even though there were some parts cut, I'm so glad for the parts they added that were never in the series, like Zeph and Garp, who actually met in this scene. They never met in the series, and seeing these two burly mountains of seasoned muscle devouring steaks and just discussing the future of Gen Z and asking the age-old question, is Gen Z cringe or not? I'm talking to a camera about One Piece lore by myself when I should be working on a programming project for my job. So I'm not really helping that argument. I am sorry on the behalf of anyone in this generation. Another favorite scene is Mihawk's intro. That was beautiful. I could see where the budget went into that whole entire sequence. Yeah, that must have taken a chunk of money. And seeing the respect Don Krieg deserves, phenomenal. I've never seen a scene give this much respect to one character and disrespect to another character since Cars 1, when Lightning McQueen is pushing the King, that blue car, to the finish line after he, I don't know, sprained an ankle or I guess tire, whatever you call it. And then that green car, the one with the mustache covered in NFTs, wins first place, and the crowd is booing him for bad sportsmanship. I know what that four-wheel dirtbag's name is. I'm just not going to give him the respect he clearly is asking for from his absentee father. But I'm not lying when I say I'm starting to think what the Straw Hat Pirates would look like as cars. What's funny is seeing all these people go on these fan casting ideas like, oh, Keanu Reeves should have played Lucy. I forgot how to pronounce his name. The leopard cheetah guy from the Water 7 arc. The idea is that if you hire these AAA celebrities, you're not going to get this amazing CGI and this amazing set pieces that were made. That's where the budget went into. If the budget went into like hiring these kind of celebrities, these huge celebrities, Luffy's Gum pistol would have been like CGI from Spy Kids levels. That you don't want to see that. Like hiring, I don't know, Johnny Depp as Goldie Roger. Sure, that would be pretty meta. Him, passing the crown from Pirates of the Caribbean to One Piece. Now I'm thinking in an alternate universe where that could have been possible. I'm kind of envious, but. Yeah, okay. I'm going to move on. I'm making myself sad there. But regardless, it was a good idea not to hire too many. And you get to see the acting talent of people you would have not seen normally, Besides, I think they did hire one AAA celebrity. Yep, there it is. Ian McShane. I was like, I heard his voice before. He was the narrator in the opening scene of One Piece. But I was like, wait, they got Blackbeard to play not Ian McShane, but to play the narrator. Does that mean Blackbeard won in the end, and he's just narrating the story, or maybe he's in prison? I want to tell myself Blackbeard lost and he's in prison, telling the other people the story of who beat him. Also, seeing the actor who played Okuyasu in the live-action JoJo was a treat. Him playing Zoro here, it's really impressive. He went from Okuyasu to Zoro because I did not know that was him. I really did not. He completely shapeshifted from one character to another. All in all, I would give this 9 Straw Hats out of 10. This was phenomenal in every capacity. They put in a lot of love, hard work. My only worry for season 2 mostly is Chopper. That dude's gonna be eating a lot of the budget, and I don't know how they're gonna do Chopper. Is it gonna be Detective Pikachu, Sonic style, which is what I'm leaning towards? Maybe a puppet, maybe Danny DeVito in a reindeer onesie, or something else? God help us all if that's what we're going with. Can you imagine that scene where Usopp, Nami, and Chopper are fighting to see who's the weakest, and you see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with his 2 Glocks in that argument? And speaking of which, the costume department was great. The different costumes they had for each of the characters were straight from the manga panels. And they could have cheaped out. They could have just gone with whatever the main cast wears all the time in the manga anime, but they didn't. They went the extra mile. They designed it all. They could have kept the whole, they wear the same clothing because, hey, they're pirates. Pirates, if you read your history, they didn't really bathe much. So, still, canonically, Zoro doesn't bathe much. He bathes like once a week. So, a man who works out in the middle of the sea, I feel sorry for the other Straw Hat crew. I hope this goes far. Netflix, you just need to not, interfere. Let the artists and writers do their thing and pay them well, because this strike is happening for a reason. Make sure they're compensated. They deserve it. They're doing the work that's keeping you afloat. So Get that going, and the hype train will keep chugging along. Everything will be good. Don't go all mice and men on us and just execute this series like you execute other good series as well. And don't go like having a producer come on set. It's like, yeah, the source material is good, but what if Sir Crocodile was played by a, angsty, rebellious teen who will be a parallel to Luffy when secretly you just want to hire Noah Centineo for another Netflix movie because for some reason you guys really like making Netflix movies with him. He's not a bad actor. I actually saw him in Black Adam. He was like a really great. But yes, Netflix, you have lightning in a bottle. Don't shake it too hard. It's crazy how good this is. Even the camera work, down to the camera work. I noticed a lot of the shots were they were really testing out different shots, like the fish lens kind of shot, especially during like the fight scenes, how they choreographed the scenes where sometimes it would match the anime, sometimes they would even have like the panel shots of like characters, like a three-way duel or something like that, just like you would have in a manga. I noticed that shot was also in the Cowboy Bebop, so I'm glad they took some elements that were favorable in the Cowboy Bebop adaptation. I like that kind of if you look at just like the teaser trailer or whatever they gave for Cowboy Bebop, the action was good. Everything else in that show was not as great. I seem to be going on for an hour now on my recording, so sorry if I've been talking too much. Whenever I get started about something I really like, I just keep on going. But yeah, in a nutshell, do pay your actors and writers the pay that they deserve. The way I see it is employers should pay their employees before the sweat from their work dries off, because these are the reasons why you're still in business. Make sure they're feeling appreciated. Regardless, now that I think about it, Halloween is just going to be One Piece themed this year. Netflix seems to run the Halloween meta. Last year it was Cyberpunk. The year before that, it was Squid Game, and I think the year before that was Arcane, maybe not. But they always release some amazing series a month or two before Halloween. Strange how they are running the monopoly on Halloween costumes here. But yeah, I don't know what doors this open. It feels like I was a kid at the time when the first Iron Man movie came out. When that became a success, a lot of comic book movies just started coming out. Sure, it was just from Marvel, but DC and everyone wanted a piece of the pie. And I don't know. I feel like this is where we're standing. Might be that. Other companies will take note and try to mimic what happens here. We'll see. I don't know if the door's open for the Naruto live action, the My Hero. Bleach has a live action. You should all watch it. I swear it was a good live action. It was good. I really wanted a sequel for that. I'm so bummed it didn't, because Bleach had a great one. Now One Piece has one. Goku. I feel sorry for Goku. I don't know if I don't think that can ever have a good one, but I hear Naruto might be having one, so. Anyways, this was a love letter to One Piece fans and a brand new adventure for new viewers. So I thank Oda Sensei and everyone who worked on this, as well as the actors, the casting department, the camera crew, just everyone. Even the interns who brought donuts. You guys are all phenomenal for what you've done. You probably won't see this, but hey, just thanking you from this one random One Piece fan in this one isolated room talking to his camera. And yep, that's all there is.